Religious groups are calling it Judgment Day.
These things can withstand a 2,000-mile-an-hour wind. Judgment Day.
Impact. There were 72 of those all across America. Welcome back to What's Inside. Today we are seeing what's inside a real doomsday bunker.
An undisclosed location in Kansas, in the middle of America. This is an old missile silo that was built in the 60s, and it was a key part of the Cuban Missile Crisis. There used to be a giant missile that was inside of here. It was a nuclear missile that at any point, if President Kennedy wanted it to, he could raise it all the way out of the ground and then he could launch this missile. After about 4 years, they found some other technology with missiles that worked a little bit more efficiently, so they abandoned these silos. Somebody purchased them. There are 12 units that are in here. All of them are purchased. You can't buy one of these. They were between $1.5 and $3 million for one of these 12 units. What's inside of the Doomsday Bunker? Get ready for the adventure. Did you hear that boom? This is how big the entryway is. There's quite an echo in here. When you walk out of the garage, the first place you come is this like contamination area. If you needed to, you could go in here and decontaminate yourself. This door would typically be closed. Once it's open, you come into this area. And this area is kind of like a history map of everything that's happened in here. This is when they were building it, the missile that they used. There it is, all erect and ready to go. And then they had to come through and demolish, and then they rebuilt it. This thing has been on TV a lot. President Kennedy did come here and inspect this. That's pretty cool.
And then we walk in this room, batteries.
And apparently, these are the same type of batteries that they have on submarines. Whoa. What is this? Rock wall, Lincoln. Oh, hey, look at this guy. This is the elevator right here, and I love the different display and the cutout that shows you all the different floors. And you can see as we go up,
library and classroom.
Lights up every one of the floors.
Mechanical level.
This is a volcanic ash remover. If there were to be a volcano that exploded around here, there would be as much as 4 feet of ash.
This should be able to filter out all of the ash and give clean, breathable air to the tenants. They thought of everything here. The camera just zooms in on it because it sees the motion.
This is a security room. You have to make sure you scan all of the out. This is the jail cell.
Perfect. This is a wall full of thick rubber. What type of doomsday bunker would it be if it didn't have a shooting range? This is a legit firing range with 2 different bays. Right now, we're in the movie theater room. It's near the very bottom. We're 190 feet underground right now. There's a killer sound system in here with a projector. Just off the movie room, we have the bar. These water filtration systems will filter out 10,000 gallons a day. This is the dentist office. This is where the store is and the general market. They have enough freeze-dried food and canned food. The occupants would be able to live off of this food for 5 years.
Hey, can I get some fresh food?
You need to get me some fresh fish. I'd like some tilapia and rainbow trout, please. This isn't even the stuff that they grow themselves. Woo! There's the grow lights.
And I'm already more pink now. That's how they grow plants.
This is 1 floor of 2 where they can grow plants. Over here, this is the fish hatchery.
This is the library.
When all of the people actually move in, hopefully they'll bring some books with them, and this shelf is ideally going to be full of books. This is the school. You have all of these computers that are all lined up against the walls. You have an electronic chalkboard that is set up here. What type of people are moving in here? It turns out a lot of it is families. They have kids as young as 8 months old up to 22 years old that live inside of this facility. Everybody in here is required to have 4 hours a day of either work or school for kids.
This is the gym.
It even has its own sauna and a steam room. I love the steam room. We have ping pong.
This is the arcade room.
A foosball table.
Get out of here.
Pool table.
Oh, you made one?
I'm Stripes.
Residential.
This looks like it could be any living room in anybody's house. There's a nice painting on the wall. You've got these nice couches, nice lights.
Even got a window.
You even have a window, but in reality, we are 90 feet under the ground right now.
And this window isn't even a real window. This is a TV that displays one of the cameras outside.
This is a live feed. This is what it looks like outside. You'll be able to see that it's nighttime. Daytime, it's daytime. And that actually helps you feel a lot less like you are underground in a bunker, enclosed in a space where you might feel claustrophobic, and just as if you're in a normal home. And I would imagine at times you forget that you're even underground. So
this is the kitchen. This is a super nice Sub-Zero refrigerator. And then there's Wolf appliances even for the microwave right here.
So this is the residence, and now we're gonna go down the hallway and show you what this really looks like. This is one of the half residences. And in here is the bunk beds. You can have some kids in here, and you can change which view you want. Also has a TV in here, nice wood floors. I like that all of the walls are rounded because we really are in this almost like a silo type thing. And this would be, I guess, considered your master suite. Another window looking to the outside with a nice view. And then we've got your bathroom. 3 shower heads inside of this shower, tile walls with a really high ceiling. One thing that's interesting about the toilets in this entire compound is they have the similar type toilets that they have in Japan, which are incredible. They have the bidet washing system. It's just so much more efficient. It's not like they have a ginormous storage of toilet paper because that would take a lot of space. That's not the best use of your septic system. So every unit does have its own laundry machine. It also has the servers for the Wi-Fi and for the TVs that are in here. Pretty comfortable space. You don't feel like you're like down in a submarine or under the ground in some makeshift little homemade bunker somewhere that you feel like you have to survive off of eating little dried corn. Check out all the people that have come and done news stories on this, but we are about to do the one thing that nobody has done on any of their video news stories. For those of you that already own a doomsday bunker, got one question for you. Does yours have a swimming pool? There's a swimming pool because why not? If you're buying a bunker for $1 to $3 million, you want to have a swimming pool. I bet the water feels great. This is the part that none of the other news outlets ever did. They didn't go down the slide. It's crazy. So this is the button. That just turned on the water. Do you hear that? Go, Lincoln! All right, I do not have a GoPro on me. This is the life of luxury of doomsday bunkers. Let us know what you guys thought about this place. It's more like, I wouldn't even consider it a doomsday bunker. I consider it a luxury underground apartment that just happens to be the safest place in the world. That's the fence. There's a security guy that didn't want to be on camera, which I don't blame him. That's the bunker.
All right, shalawam. All right, first off, I want to say all praises and glory and honor to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Makah, Kudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS who taught us this truth and rule well. And shalawam to the elect out there pushing this truth to that's in the 4 corners of the earth. All right, so my name is Nazar Khud. This is GMS Precepts once again. And as you can see in this video, in the video that just played, you see what Esau's plans are. Their plans, first of all, for you to create a bunker like that, you know something is coming. Okay, they do believe that that America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. They just think that they can escape from their destruction, man. Okay, but the scriptures speak otherwise, and through the Spirit, I'm going to grab a few of those scriptures that explains how we're going to take them out of their bunkers. They not only have those bunkers that they plan to run and hide to, they also have a space station that they want to go to. Okay, they have that movie with Matt Damon called Elysium, which is their plans also. They want to be able to escape into those into that space station, okay, while there's total turmoil going on here on the planet Earth. But without further ado, let me get the first scripture. It's in Amos, the 9th chapter, okay, the 2nd verse. It says, though they dig into hell, thence will my hand take them. Okay, and it says dig into hell. That's talking about the earth. All right, and that's another scripture showing you that's not talking about that fairy tale place where Apollyon is down there, a guy in a red leotard, okay, with a pitchfork is gonna poke you to death while you burn for eternity, okay? Contrary to popular beliefs, hell does not exist. That was just a thing created during the Nicene Council, okay? But that's for another video. All right, but it says now, when it says here, though they dig into hell, that's speaking about the earth, man. Why? Because just like this video shows, they want to escape the destruction of America, and they think they can escape the destruction of America by digging into the earth and creating a so-called safe haven, man. All right, as you can see in the video, you see the cracker all smiling, you know, the little boy cracker smiling. It's not gonna be like that, man. It's not. They're not gonna be in those bunkers for very long. Why? Because once the destruction happens, they're gonna run into them bunkers, okay? And the elect men are gonna be the ones with Yahawashi first and foremost, who you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. They're gonna be the ones that are gonna take those ones that are hiding in those bunkers, okay, and bring them in for slavery, man. It's judgment time, okay, and that's what the Lord is getting ready to do when He returns. He's getting ready to set forth His judgment. All right. So I read that again. It says, Amos 9:2, though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Okay. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. Now we know, like I said, they also plan on escaping into those space stations, man. Which is the reason why they go up and down, keep going back up there. All right, they want to go in. They. That's why they had that movie with Matt Damon called Elysium. Okay, and one of their plans is to what? One of their plans is to not only escape into those bunkers, but they also want to escape into their space station. Okay, why? Because they think in their puny peon mind that they can actually defeat Yahawashi and His angels, just like it tells you. I believe it's Daniel's. Okay, and Revelation. Okay. It says, I could read verse 3 also. It says, and though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, okay, which is a mountain, a great mountain in Israel. It says, though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. Now we know that serpent is referring to who? That serpent is referring to Leviathan, man. Okay, Leviathan, or what the world knows as Godzilla. Okay, all right, which is spoken about in Job, the 40th chapter. All right, so they're gonna try to escape the destruction of America, man. They're gonna try to escape their judgment. Their last ditch effort to escape their judgment, once they see all this shit happening, is to run and hide like the peon person that Esau is, man. All right, so the next scriptures in Psalms 149. Psalms 149. I'll start at verse 6. Okay, it says, let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand. Now who's that referring to? That's referring to the elect nation of Israel. Okay, the elect nation of Israel are going to sing praises once we get delivered. Once we see America falling, once we see our enemies being chained up, once we see that judgment being executed, we're going to be very happy, man. And we're going to sing aloud, and we're going to praise the Most High. We're going to praise Yahawashi with a two-edged sword in our hands. Okay, verse 7, it says to execute vengeance upon the heathen, man. Right, vengeance is what? A righteous payback. Okay, this is what we've been waiting for. To pay back the ones that laid down all these atrocities against our people. It's payback time, man. Just imagine if you work just like now. If you work a long week, okay, you had a long busy week. You had to do this day, that day. You had to work overtime this day. You gonna want your paycheck, man, because you want to reap the benefits, man. You want to reap what you sowed. Okay, It's no different here, man. All the sufferings that our people went through, it's time for payback. And that payback is what? Putting you people that put us through those tribulations into slavery. All right, so verse 7 again, it says to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. All right, verse 8, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. What is that talking about? Was it not a curse that our people would have iron around our necks? Going back to Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Okay, but this time we're gonna what? Bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, meaning the elites, the ones that rule this society. We're gonna do same things onto them. We're gonna bind them now. We're gonna bind them in chains. Okay. It says, verse 9, to execute the judgment written. And what's the judgment written? Putting them in slavery, getting our payback. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord. Okay, so that's a good honor. All right. It says, blessed is he that seeth the fall of his enemies. That's a good thing. Okay. Now the last scripture I got is in Isaiah the 24th chapter. It says, I'll start at 19. It says, the earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. And what's going to make the earth move exceedingly? Those missiles that that thermonuclear war. Okay, because America is going to shoot off missiles. These other nations are going to shoot off missiles back in America, Russia, North Korea, China, Japan, the Middle East. Is going to be all-out war, man. It's going to be thermonuclear war. Also, you're going to have the angels, okay, with their chariots. They're going to be taking part in the destruction of America. They're going to also take part in the downfall of America and fucking America up. Okay, so that's what's going to make the earth shake to and fro exceedingly. Matter of fact, verse 20, it says it. The earth shall rail to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it. And it shall fall and not rise again. What's going to fall and not rise again? The kingdom of Esau, the kingdom of Edom. Verse 21, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. What is that referring to? That's referring to the elites, man. That's referring to those, what they want to call Illuminati or international bankers, okay, the globalists or whatever you want to call them. The ones that really, the ones that really run this planet Earth, which we know according to prophecy is Amalek. Okay, which are you Edomites? Okay, so we're going to what? Punish the host of the high ones that are on high and the kings upon the earth. Verse 22, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners. They shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in a pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days they shall be visited. So what is that speaking about? That's speaking about us rounding up you elites, rounding up the ones that try to hide in these bunkers like you see in this screen right here, man. All right? The Most High is going to allow that judgment to finally be executed, and that time is coming. But they think they're going to escape that judgment, man. But according to the prophecy, according to the scriptures, then they're not going to be able to. Okay? All right, so that's pretty much it on this show. Till the next one, shalawam.